Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Operation Fortune, Rose de Guerre. Probably mispronouncing that because I'm not French. So, this is a movie starring Jason Statham, Aubrey Plaza, who is always amazing, Cary Ells, who I love his voice, Hugh Grant, and Josh Hartnett, along with some other people that I think do a good job. This movie is I think I just realized that Jason Statham does a good job of being the leading man in an ensemble cast. Like, he did that excellent in Meg, or The Meg, whatever, Meg and Meg 2, and then he also did it in the Italian Job. I also feel like he was the best part of a couple of the Expendables, so he does excellent job. And in this one, he's also excellent. I love Jason Statham. He does excellent action. He does excellent acting. He is there 100%. He's always given his all, and this movie is no different. Aubrey Plaza finally getting out of her shell a little bit. She plays a little bit more of a sarcastic-y, quippy character in a different style than what you're used to seeing her on from Parks and Rec. So I like that she's getting more parts and being able to expand a little bit more on that repertoire. Cary Ells, I love his voice. I love him in The Princess Bride. However, in this one, he has a bit more of his... If you've seen the Hyperions, which don't see the Hyperions, that movie is garbage. But he has this like little voice that he does for the Hyperions. Yes, I'm not doing a very good job. But the point is that he kind of has a little bit of that feel in this movie, but not as annoying. And his character is a lot funnier in this one. When I was watching this one, I was like, this movie has such like good dialogue and back and forths in just like cohesive way where I feel like it's how people would actually talk, but it's also a fun situation and also explains the plot points when necessary, but not in a clunky way. And I was like, man, this has like a Guy Ritchie feel to it. Then the credits rolled, and I was like, oh, written and directed by Guy Ritchie. So if you like Guy Ritchie films, and I do, you're gonna like this movie. It's contractors that work for CIA, MI6 type of government things that need plausible deniability. So they're contractors that a thing happens and it gets stolen, so they get tasked or hired to go retrieve it. And yeah, so it's set in current time period? Yeah, it's set in current time period, sorry. I had to think for a second. But it really reminds me in terms of the seriousness, but also the calmness with which our characters handle the situation. It really reminds me of Man from U.N.C.L.E. So if you remember that movie and how the guy who played Superman, he is in that, and it's hilarious because he keeps on remarking on how big the other guy is, even though it's like, dude, you're fucking Superman. Like, you are that big. Whatever. But just that calm nature at which he responds to just these tense situations, because it's not that they aren't tense situations, and it's not that he's not feeling the tension, but they have the composure to roll with it and do what they need to. And that's what I got from this one, is that there's some tense situations, there's some things going on, but these people, they're a well-seasoned crew that have been there before, and so they're able to still make jokes and have things go on that work. And I'd say that while it's not a comedy movie, I wouldn't even call it an action comedy, there's definitely a number of funny parts in it that really just kind of lighten the mood a bit. Like, I really like Hugh Grant's character. And Josh Hartnett, I haven't seen him in a whole lot. Like, I know he was like a 90s heartthrob or something, and then something happened. I don't know if he said the wrong thing to somebody or what, but he disappeared for a long time, it felt like. And then I saw him in Wrath of Man, and this one, maybe him and Jason Statham are friends. I don't know, but he does well. He did well in Wrath of Man. I liked him in this one. Like, it's fun. I like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a heartnessance. Maybe there's a new heartnessance coming. But I'm down for it because I loved his character in this one. It was hilarious. I loved all the characters in this one, even the bad guys. It was a fun time, fun interactions. This movie is a fun, like, it brings levity to a worldwide disaster could happen, maybe, type of scenario. Also, I loved Mission Impossible, whatever the last one was that came out, the part one of the two parts. As of filming, the part two is not out yet, and I did not know it was only a part one when I watched the part one. But ends up, minor spoilers, having kind of a similar plot line, honestly, but handled in a funner way. So, you know how there's like, I don't know, Taken, maybe? And then there is the that Anna Kendrick one with. Anywho, point is that this one has a bit more levity to it, even though the serious things are happening, and it's a much more of an ensemble cast in a fun way. Music wasn't distracting, CGI was good, a lot of practical effects, it was fine. It was a lot of fun time, and yeah, do recommend. Go see it if you can, even though it's a weirdly long, hard to pronounce name. So, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Bye!